Hello people, welcome to the video. And get your dancing shoes on because in this video you're going to learn with a step-by-step guide how to perform the line dance to a personal favorite, Disco Snails by Vulfmon and Zachary Barker, followed by a demonstration of what the dance looks like to the song. Now this one's a little bit further along than your standard beginner line dance because it is a two-part dance. It has an A segment and a B segment, and they are pieced together according to the way that the song works. So I'm going to show you the individual parts, get them good and taught to you, and then I will explain kind of how you use those parts based on the way that the song works, and then I'll show you the whole thing all together. So let's begin by learning the A segment. The first move is fairly simple. You're going to take your right foot and bring it out kind of diagonally, so to the front and right, and then follow with your left foot. Then you're going to step out diagonally with your left foot and follow with your right. Simple enough. The next move is stepping straight out to your right and bringing your left foot up for a tap here, stepping with your left and bringing your right up for a tap. So pretty easy. Let's just start over and I'll show all those four moves. So it's right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right. So you're weighted on your left foot, you kind of have this momentum to go back in that direction, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to grapevine towards the right, and then we're going to spin, 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 and spin. And you'll end up facing the direction that you started from. Is what I would say if we were doing a normal line dance, but this is Vulfmon, so heck, let's throw in something more interesting. When you come off of the grapevine and you go into the spin, before you do the spin, just for visual sake, look out to your right. That's the direction that you're about to be facing. So instead of spinning a full 360 degrees and ending up here, you're going to kind of short yourself and end the spin facing in this direction. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you want to kind of be weighted on that left foot because you're about to use your right foot again. Most of the time, this is actually the end of the A segment. So most of the time, you're going to want your right foot ready to start over with the A and step forward with your right, so you can go step forward with your left. Let's do this all together. So right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, grapevine, 2, 3, 4, spin, 6, 7, 8. As the entire A segment, that's all you need to know for that part. Just always be ready to go right back into it because there's not a lot of break time. Also, the song is got a peppy enough tempo that it's going to be a little bit faster than what we've been practicing. It's kind of more along the speed of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's kind of the speed you're going to be operating at. Now, the B segment is a little bit more complicated. What you're going to do is you're always going to step and then do something, and then you're going to kind of move this way with your left foot so that your left foot is obviously out to your left and your right foot is still kind of left behind. As you're starting to face this way, you pivot on the balls of your feet 180 degrees to face in this direction so that now your right foot is in front and your left foot is behind. So it's always this step, do something, and I'll explain what we're doing in a second. Step left, pivot so that you're here, and then you just left, right, so you're kind of back in that same position to do something, and then step with your left, pivot on the balls of your feet so that your right foot is in front. So always, this is kind of the foundation that if you get it right, you can build on it and we can have fun because there are some hand motions that go along with the song that make it more enjoyable. So you step, do something, step, pivot, step, step, do something, step, pivot, step, step. Do that several times if you need to really get it in your head and make it easy. Get used to it. Because this is the part in the song where you have those background singers going, disco what? And the singers answer, disco snails, they're leaving silver trails. So we get to kind of act out that, and it's very fun. A a lot of the times you're gonna do something kind of on one side and do it on the other. So for example, when they say disco what, it's 1, 2. Just hands out like disco what? To your left and to your right. And then it's that step, pivot, step, step. The next one is disco where. So what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna mirror image it so that you're facing me with your right foot out. You're gonna look like this and then go like that. Disco where. Something I should explain is that you always do the first hand gesture, 1, 2, on the 1 beat. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the 3. The second time, and that matches up with, 1 disco snails, 1, 2, 3, 4. I might pull up the music in a second so that it makes sense. So we've got disco what, we've got disco where, and it's disco how. There's not really much of a hand gesture for that we haven't already used. So you're going to look to this side and you're kind of bring your arms in like this. It's kind of like right hand down and left hand up, kind of over top of it. It looks weird for a second, but it makes sense when you go like this to that side. Disco how. Looks kind of goofy, but then again, this is a goofy song, so it makes sense that the dance would be kind of funny. So those are 3. So it's disco what? Disco snails. They're leaving silver trails. Disco where? Current positions 3rd in mission. Disco how? They're on the roof. They found the groove. This last one, instead of doing a hand gesture, you already got your right foot out in front and your left foot. So you're gonna kind of pick up your heel so that it's off the ground. And then the thing that you do this time is alternating which foot has its heel up. And it kind of has this kind of cool effect to it. It looks like this. Seeing it on camera looks kind of goofy, but it's fun. So you pick up your right, pick up your left, and whenever you bring one heel up, you put the other heel back down. And it looks like this. It's cool when real dancers do it, not so much when I do it, but that's disco Y. And then you do that final step, pivot, step, step. That's the simple answer is they're dancers. And depending on the way the song works, you're either gonna go back into A or you're gonna go back into B. When you're going back into B, you just put your foot down. If you're going back into A, you kind of want to do like this. You do a little scuff, which allows you to bring your foot back down and continue on. So you're going to need an explanation of how the 2 pieces work. Congratulations on learning A and B segments. Now let's learn how to put them together to create a really cool dance to match the really cool song. The A segment is something that you're going to do during the verse and during any soloing or any parts of the song where there is no singing. So starting with Inside Every Snail Shell is a Tiny Disco Ball, all the way up to And Dance to Disco 'Cause They're Disco Snails, you're gonna do A over and over again. B is when they have the chorus. Disco what? Disco snails. They're leaving silver trails, all the way up to the simple answer is they're dancers. And then there are times in the song when the chorus is over and now we're going to do something else, and that's going to be the A segment. There are also times in the song where the chorus will repeat and they'll say the simple answer is they're dancers, and you'll hear disco what? And that means that you're going to do the B again. You kind of have to be able to know it in advance just because of the way that the song is timed. So I recommend knowing the song fairly well. During the 5 guitars solo, that's going to be A, and then they go back into disco what without going to the verse. So you kind of know that ahead of time. We're about to go into the chorus, so it's going to be B. That's really the science behind when you do what. The only other thing I'd like to say is the song starts up really fast. Play it for you. And you're dancing already, so just be aware if you're going to turn this song on. Either be really ready or try to find a version with an extended intro. I haven't found one yet, but I might make one and put it out. So stick around and enable notifications, and you might just catch it. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and demonstrate the song and the dance. So I have to be ready myself to get this thing started up on the right time and get started dancing. So starting with A, I'm going to call out during the dance. I'm going to say A when I'm doing A, and when it's about time for me to switch to B, I'm going to say B, or maybe chorus.
Inside every snail shell is a tiny disco ball. Disco isn't dead, instead it turns out that it just got small. They've got the boogie oogie all up in their buggy bodies. These super freaks of nature love to seek out funky hobbies. Disco snails, they're off to San Francisco where the disco's off the rails. They meet and dance the disco in disgusting garbage pails. The
Chorus is coming,
in your garden
so
where they'll eat your kale and dance the disco 'cause they're
B.
disco snails. Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails. Disco current positions, third ignition. Disco they're on the roof, they found the groove. Disco the simple answer is their
A. You can hear the verse, so it's still going to be A.
They've got the smoothest groovy moves up in their buggy bodies. This downright funkadelic bunch have come to start the party. Disco snails, they're off to San Francisco where the disco's off the rails. They meet and dance the disco in disgusting garbage pails. The after parties.
Here we go with the chorus again. B. Missed it that time. B again. A. I know from listening to the song that we're about to go into B. And it's about to go back to the chorus again.
Disco snails, they're leaving the silver trails. I can't tell you that, can't tell you that. It's not smooth, they found the groove. The simple answer is the dances.
And that is the end of the song. Thank you, TV. Even I missed a couple of parts getting to the chorus. The very beginning is kind of hard to remember. Wait a second. Okay, I'm looking this direction. As long as you're doing some of the stuff, it kind of looks like you know what you're doing. So that's the important thing, is that you get these kind of goofy, kind of fun hand motions down and learn where to put them in the song, so that if you can nail that first little bit, it just looks really cool. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you learned a little something. This is actually a line dance that I created, so if I start seeing it pop up in places, wouldn't hurt my feelings. Take care, everybody.